Guys, well, we are here again, and the topic of this thing is advice needed. So, I, 22 female, was in a relationship with someone 26 male for quite some time, maybe 2 years. Relationships don't last long these days. Hookup culture. Anyways, usually when we went to see his parents, everything went well and we had a good time. But in the last months of our relationship, whenever we met his parents, his dad made some weird comments about me and my physique. Some comments were, "You look great in this dress. You should buy." I'm not even, it's not that it's hard to read. I'm just surprised that he has the audacity to say this. Okay, especially as an African. Father in laws and daughter in laws do not really relate with each other. They do not come so extra close to even give each other so many compliments. So when I'm reading, "You look great in this dress," I'm just like, did I read correctly? That his dad. Anyways, let me get back to the compliments. The awkward compliments. And I'm telling you, the second one is worse. "So you look great in this dress. You should buy some lip gloss to make your lips pop. etc." I feel like that's something my boyfriend should tell me. Not my dad. No, not my dad-in-law. Because even my dad, the much he says about my dressing is, "Wow, you look great." Or, this this now is the dress you should be wearing, especially when it's long. I don't visit my dad with short dresses because I know he's against it. So it's just awkward. My dad doesn't even speak about my dress. Ugh. Anyways, I've always felt weird around his father, but it was starting to get out of hand. One day his father made a comment that I'll never forget. You guys, I don't know how to read this comment. It's just out of pocket. "You have great eyes." "You have what?" Excuse me, what? Fiatwa. Hi. This was the last straw. I immediately told him that I was uncomfortable, and sadly, my boyfriend and him started laughing. Before I continue, because it's advice needed, so I'm just gonna continue rambling and rambling. Dudes, okay, I say it's girlfriend, but 2 years, and they've already been meeting my parents. Probably it was getting serious. But dudes and ladies, anytime that you're married, and I say this even with friends, that in front of people, show your loyalty. I don't mean for him to disrespect his father, but I just mean that he shouldn't have laughed. He should have maybe even told the girlfriend sorry on behalf of the dad. But laughing just discredits her so much because it doesn't seem very fair. Oof. Okay. They ignored it and kept talking about what men usually talk about. When he got home, I reported to my boyfriend that the comment his father made me very uncomfortable. Once again, he laughed right in my face. This was your time for redemption, my dude. This was your time for redemption, because I can understand laughing with your dad just to be in his good graces because he's been your father. He might swoop a sandal across the room. Okay, that's our moms. Dads just throw punches. But this was your chance for redemption. This was a chance to be like, "Why did it make you uncomfortable?" I think my dad was just joking. Maybe you took it out. Okay, sometimes even saying that is wrong, because at that point she's angry. There's a time to say that. You can wait and speak about it later and ask her. I think this is what my dad meant, and I'm sorry that it made you uncomfortable. Or even provide a baseline for the two of them to have an open conversation. Just because you're saying it and it's making you happy doesn't mean it's making me happy. Can we talk about it, find a middle ground, and see why the heck my dad-in-law, future dad-in-law, wants to comment about my thighs? My dude. Have you seen Pornhub? This is where these videos start. Once again, he laughed right in my face. He said that I was dramatic, and I hate this word. This is a safe word for everyone who's being called out. Instead of admitting, they just say, "You are being dramatic." Ain't that shitty? Oh my god, I would be burning with rage. I am angry right now, and it's not even my situation. My eyes are turning red for this lady. I'm just, okay, although my eyes are always red, but tell me, bestie, how would you feel if your father in law, future father in law, started commenting about your thighs? So he said that I was being dramatic and I was just trying to make him lose his bond with his family. No, hell no, it's not about you and your family, it's about you and my thighs. Your dad has been checking me out. I was shocked and I told him to go to hell and I grabbed my things before leaving and slamming the door. Good for you, sis. Because now, the only thing, I do not advocate for breakups of long term relationships because very many times you've put a lot of work and effort. I feel like sometimes we can sit down and talk, but I also feel like this is a very bad situation in this sense. Listen to me kindly. Don't jump at my own previous comment against him, but just listen. If you see a partner who will not stand with you before marriage, after marriage it's gonna get worse. And anything you say or do will not really matter for as long as his family approves. If his mother tomorrow comes and says that I don't like your hair, and she says it in a demeaning way and laughs, he will not be in any way protective and be like, "Mom, don't speak to my wife like that." Because now for him, his bond with his family is much more important than the bond with the person that he's planning to have a future with. Mind you, after you marry this lady, you're gonna be living with her for a very long time. Probably even longer than how you lived with your parents, because you probably lived with your parents till you were 20, 25, so those are 25 years of your life. Get married to this lady, you probably, one of you dies and maybe 70. So 70 minus 25, that's a whooping 55 years, which means that at some point when you marry someone, your priorities change. Your mom is no longer the main thing, your dad is no longer the main thing. You love them and respect them as your parents, but this new partnership is where your focus is. So, such a person, unless, like I said, this was his time for redemption, and he clearly showed. Oh my god, my eyebrows are not matching. I don't believe it took me this long to notice. Bestie, you couldn't even tell me. You're just like this dude. I bet you've been laughing at me with your father in law. I love you. Back to the story. Just so you know, his father, get this, is 56 years old. Dang it, I have spoken my thoughts, and let me see what other comments have to say. My husband's father did and said the same things, only more extreme. How would you do this in front of people, including my husband, and no one will say anything? Nothing. My husband is about to be my ex, and this was an age. Oh, I'm sorry. This is the thing, because now, like I was saying, if he's already showing that he's not defending you in as early as the dating period, he's never gonna defend you. And then now you'll have invested so much time in this relationship, and then kapoof, gone. This is a sad situation though. I would be so uncomfortable. I am uncomfortable even when I'm walking around and a stranger checks me out in a creepy way. And that's a stranger. So imagine someone that you give respect as a father commenting about your thighs, my God. And sometimes I feel like these are the kind of people who've been doing weird, shitty stuff in front of their families, and they've been let to get away with it. Like, I'm not saying that this is what they've done, But in most of our African families, we've known of uncles who have defiled girls. But because we're trying to maintain the respect of the family, we don't call them out on it. So they continue, they continue, they continue. And when I come and complain, my mom will laugh it off. My dad will laugh it off because they don't want to encourage me to feel like a victim. Instead, they want me to feel deluded that I'm on the wrong because they're trying to maintain the family's respect. Because initially, being accused of SA would bring shame to the family of the victim as well. That's how I feel. Maybe for them not SA, but they've been doing a lot of shitty stuff and they've been let to get away with it. Probably, if you even speak to the sisters, they're gonna say that our dad makes these comments to all of us. Okay, another commenter. Username. I'm sorry, this story has just made me angry. Username is Ned said it. My father-in-law said more and more inappropriate things. He said making the comments. He started making the comments to me once we were engaged and had bought a house. Now see after, but they were always like jokes you could excuse. Now this is the thing. I have been told I have this problem where, because I'm not trying to be confrontational, if you say something about me, I'm going to turn it into a joke so that we don't have this very angry experience together, which in turn makes us be afraid, to speak out when something serious happens. Because now we have made other people feel like it's funny while it's not. Deep down, you know very well when you get home, you sit down and feel so violated by what has happened. Oh my god, the story is just so bad. I'm gonna keep my cool. Okay. He said something that was not excusable for the first time when I was in my wedding dress. This dude knows no boundaries, bro. Okay, it got worse over time, and I wish you could tell us what he said, because now I'm very curious. I am invested. It got worse over time, and my husband will say things to a point, but he never knew what to do about it, despite counselors and friends telling him what to do about. Because he has been living excusing this behavior from his dad. Probably with all his girlfriends, his dad has been doing these things, and he has never known how to handle it because he feels like he cannot overstep his father. He finally realized how awful it is when he said something overtly sexual about my husband going down on me. My guy, you know no boundaries. If there was the branding of overstepping, you are the brand times two. In fact, there is a thin line, and you are so in your head you couldn't even see it. My guy. Sorry, bestie, I know it's not you. But hey, let me carry on. My husband going down on me when we were on a FaceTime call with my kids there. Ooh, I really thought it can't get any worse. I believed it in my heart that this was the bottom of the barrel. But I guess in every bottom of a flat there's a basement. I heard that from this lady's channel who plays two characters, a mom and little dude. I love that channel. Forget the name, but the kid was acting so depressed, and he said, rock bottom has a basement. So I guess this is the basement. God dang it. Okay. The oldest was a teenager, and most certain they knew what he said. The teen got up and left the room, clear indication that he knew. My husband said we had to go then, called back later without the kids and told him he was going no contact. Good for him, at least he's trying. He was blocked for a while due to other family member issues. Due to other family member issues, he was unblocked, and the messages just sit there for evidence now. He doesn't seem to understand how gross he is because people have been pacifying him and allowing this behavior. How is he going to see his mistake? It's like when you're a parent and your child keeps coming with stolen things and you do not reprimand them for it. There's actually such a story in Kenyan books, in a Kenyan storybook that is, that a child beat, while he was being incarcerated for stealing, he called his mother to tell her something in the ear, and instead of talking to her, he beat her ear and walked away saying, that is because you never told me stealing is bad. Because he'd come from school, he has stolen a sweater, he has stolen a pencil, his mom never says anything. So this is probably the same thing. No one ever reprimanded him. No, everyone knew he was a freak, but people were just like, that's him. You know what? That's just him. Get out of here with that bullshit. How do you live to be a grandfather and not learn basic manners? I mean, he obviously knew he didn't talk like that at work. Oh, then that's someone who knows and he's just being a douchebag. So, guys, I'm not gonna continue reading the comments because I'm all riled up by this story. But let me know what you guys think. And I love you, I love you, I love you. Like, comment, subscribe. I never like saying that. I just like posting for you guys. But toodles, till later. Let me go get angry in my bathroom. I need a bowl of ice cream and to just sit in the bathroom and cry because of this story. It's annoying. It's sad. It's annoying. Again, I repeat, and sad. Bye, guys.